It was a great play by the
Yes,
Democrats, you know?
absolutely. Well, they made it seem like Trump didn't want him on
They
TV.
tried to make it say Trump's FCC didn't want him
Yes.
on there.
That and
Yeah.
it was brilliant because the boomers will hear that headline,
Oh, I
not dig
guarantee it.
any
Yeah.
further, and that's
I
how it'll work.
guarantee it.
And then they all tuned into Bill Maher on Friday and saw Tallarico, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's really sensible and center, and he's a nice guy."
Do you wanna know what sums up Democrat versus, I wouldn't even wanna say Republican, I just wanna say free thinkers. Here's our grandma, Nona, I guess the other day, dad and Uncle Guy were both there, and she said, I do really miss Dr. Oz. And I guess dad just went off like, he's an asshole, he's an idiot. You know what I mean? Fuck Dr. Oz,
Yes.
all that. And then after he was gone, Uncle Guy asked Nona, what do you miss about Dr. Oz? Why'd you even say that? Like, that was an odd thing. And she goes, well, I was buying eggs and I was just remembering he used to always have good shopping advice on his show. Like when you buy the eggs, never buy the one you first see. You got to dig in the back and check the expiration. And he was big on checking every egg so that it's not cracked. And all I could think is like, yeah, Dad, you just blew up about how this guy's a fucking asshole and everything. You don't even know why she misses. It has nothing to do with politics. Not everything has to do with
Right.
Donald Trump. That's the Trump derangement syndrome, right? Not
Yes.
everything has to. Maybe I just miss the old days when Dr. Oz was a TV doctor and had good advice. You know what I mean? Does
Maybe she misses the
well does the fact that he ran as a Republican in 2020 2020 whenever does that mean we should disregard everything he ever said for his 30 years on TV when he was recognized as like a good doctor,
Yeah, man.
Right?
And maybe, just maybe, she misses the old days where she could mention some obscure TV celebrity and somebody in the room doesn't explode
Yes.
emotionally because it has some
Yes.
vague relationship to
Yes.
Donald Trump, right? I miss those old days where I could just
Yes.
mention somebody obscure and not have to be worried about what kind of association they have with Trump because you're going to lose your freaking mind and not
Yes.
be able to handle the situation because Trump has entered your brain on some level.
Yes.
Like,
And
dude, the
but that's the
TDS,
difference,
this,
right? It's got the
yes,
TDS, he blows up.